Good afternoon, morning, evening, night, whatever time it is, whatever day it is when you are watching this video. For me today, it is Friday afternoon, and I'm actually taking a little break from work just to kind of give a little update. And as of this update, it is almost already the halfway through February. Next week is Valentine's week. So today is the 10th, and let's just say that this year did not start out and is not going quite like we had hoped, we had planned, and goals just haven't been being met this far in the year. That being said, life has thrown a lot at me in the last couple of weeks. I set up my fitness planner back in December, ready to get started, hitting some of my fitness goals. I was going to do the Zumba 6-week challenge. I was going to do a less meals challenge. There was a lot I was going to work on. But unfortunately, some other things kind of took priority over a lot of those things. Okay, sorry about that. Baby came in eating his juice. So as I was saying, life kind of threw some things at me. A week before Christmas, we received a letter at the house we were living in. We knew that we had been notified a couple of months prior that our home had sold and had a new owner and a new property management company that we were now paying our rent to. So we kind of, like, in the back of our mind had these concerns, like what was going to happen when our lease was up, like what would happen with our rent, would it increase, we just there was just like a lot of uncertainties and a lot of unknowns. The people who bought the house really didn't relay a lot of information other than we just didn't even know who the owner was. Actually, we actually had all correspondence sent to us from the property management company. So a week before Christmas, we actually did receive a letter from the property management company saying that the new owner would not auto renew our lease. We had been in that house for 2 years, and this was going to be like our third lease. They was not going to auto renew the lease because I guess our first 2 leases were under the original owner that we rented from, that we were going to have to pay a $65 fee for each of us to apply for an application fee to apply to rent the house, administrative fees, and some fee that was like $250 non-negotiable, and like a lease renewal fee or something. Anyway, it was going to be like a tremendous amount of fees, plus our rent was now going up to like almost $2,000 a month. Now, when we rented the house in 2020, the rent was only $1,200 a month, and now it's going up to like $1,986 or something. So it was kind of insane. So when we rented the house, again, it was only $1,200 a month, and it was on a lower end of like rentals for our county and our town, but it was kind of like that for a reason. It had a really steep driveway. Like, the driveway was horrible. No one that ever came to see us ever really wanted to drive up the driveway. People would park at the bottom of the driveway in the road and walk up the driveway, and nobody liked that because it was like hiking up the side of a mountain. The yard was shaped just like the driveway, front and back. There was just absolutely no level spot anywhere. There was no place for the kids to get out and play. There was no place to really do anything to enjoy being outdoors. But we took it because our plan was to get something on the lower end to rent, to work on our debt to income, to try to set ourselves up to buy a house. Well, COVID hit and both of our jobs were affected by COVID. So that plan kind of fell through. So we were in a position where we still were going to have to continue renting. But since we were going to have to go through the entire application process and now our rent was going up by about $600 a month, we thought we would just look around and kind of see like what was out here, like what was around the county. And we actually found that for the same amount of rent or even less, there were so many houses that we could rent that were going to be so much better. Flat level driveways, nice level big yards for the kids, the dogs to play in. So we decided that since we were going to have to start the whole process all over again, we would just look at houses, pick one, and find a place to rent. So we went through a couple of weeks of going through the process of looking at homes. We did find one that we applied for. We were approved for it, but the house wasn't ready. And then every time it would get close to when the house was going to be ready, when we wanted to move in, it still wasn't ready. So the company that had that house had another house that we had looked at. So they actually dropped the rent on the first house that we looked at and offered like $1,000 off your first full month incentive if we moved in by the end of January. So we had already looked at it. We kind of liked it. It was in a nice neighborhood, one of the nicer neighborhoods in the county. It had a pool, a splash pad, a playground, something great for the kids, a nice level yard, and it's like 2 minutes away from school bus. I have the window up because it's so nice out. I have the windows up all in the house today, and it's 2 minutes away from the kids' favorite park in the county. So we decided to take that house. So we actually got our keys on. So we started the process of packing and trying to get everything ready to move, looking at houses, taking care of everything that we needed to do to get ready to move. We got our keys on the 19th of January and immediately started moving stuff over. Since we weren't planning to move and hadn't anticipated moving, we didn't really have a lot of finances saved up as far as to like rent a moving truck or hire a moving company. So we've been doing all of this ourselves with our own cars and our own manpower. The first weekend after we got the keys, some of my husband's co-workers actually had some trucks, or one had a truck and a trailer. They came over and helped to move like all the big heavy stuff, the big furniture, and then everything else, like everything in the cabinets, the drawers, the closets, everything else we've been moving ourselves. So we were doing that. So that was on the Saturday. My husband had been sick for a couple of weeks. He's had this really bad cough, and I was just concerned that it wasn't getting any better. By Sunday night, he couldn't breathe. He was just, I knew something was wrong. I took him to the emergency room. He had an O2 sat of 85 and was immediately admitted to the hospital with a bilateral, like he had pneumonia in both lungs. He was already septic and was having asthma exacerbations. So he was in the hospital for several days. So I was going to the old house, packing stuff, moving it to the new stuff. I was going to the hospital, spending time with him, coming back here. Then when he got out of the hospital, I was back working. Luckily, I work from home. So I would work my work day. I would get off work, then I would go to the other house, pack stuff, move stuff, clean stuff, bring it to the new house. So I wasn't able to do the Zumba 6-week challenge or the less meals challenge or start 75 hard or do anything. I probably could have made time for all of that. I just didn't. Honestly, I've just I've let all of this take care of itself, work itself out. I'm finally completely and officially moved out of the other house. So everything we own is here. It's not all unpacked. It's all most of our boxes are still sitting in the garage, and I'll go through those. But at least I'm not working between two houses, still working 2 jobs and babysitting my grandson when my daughter works. So now my plan is to get started. That being said, I still have been trying to keep up with my planner. So in January, I wasn't able to do the workouts, excuse me, but I did go in and track my weight. I did keep track of my weight, and each week I was going in and trying to track my food, and I was at least going in and tracking my steps for the week, and I was tracking my zone minutes, because most of the time, instead of doing an actual workout, I was packing, moving, unpacking, cleaning, and a lot of that was getting me some zone minutes in. So like I said, I was just keeping up with my steps. Apologies again. I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode and I had a call come in. But I was just saying that I have been updating my planner. And right here, for instance, when we moved, right here, I had 15,692 steps on the Sunday after we moved, 17,051 steps on that Saturday when we did all of our actual moving. I had 92 zone minutes, 75 zone minutes. The weekend that we moved in was on Saturday the 21st, and look at this, 172 zone minutes, 105 for Sunday. So moving has been hard work. And so I'm counting those minutes. They weren't actual workouts, but I lost some weight the week we were moving. So here, this is the week after we moved in, and I was still going over to the house and cleaning and working. And I had 91 zone minutes on Monday, 58 zone minutes on Thursday, 92 zone minutes on Friday. So it's still been crazy. So then I go into February. I just kind of reset my February, my mind, how I'm strengthening my mind, making sure I take some quiet time in the morning alone, listening to podcasts, doing some reading, how I'm strengthening my body, staying active with moving and cleaning 2 houses. That's I went into February doing that. Now that it's finished, now that I'm finished with moving, it's time to get back to Zumba and get into the gym. So definitely, it's the middle of February, but I am officially finally getting around to do that. And what I'm loving about myself, honestly, I was just being real here, still not really having too much in this category to speak of, but at least I have decreased the amount of negative self-talk. I mean, it's something. It's all I have for now, but it's something. So going into February, my first week, I put, moving some stuff. So next week will be the 13th, and that is when I plan on starting back the Zumba 6-week transformation. And So for 2 weeks, I have logged my weight. My first weigh-in, the week after we moved, the first Wednesday of February, I weighed 266.3. So I was down like 18 point something pounds. On the 8th, I was 270. So back up like, what, 3 pounds? 4 pounds. So big fluctuation in my weight then, but it's like I think my weight dropped a lot because I wasn't really eating a lot, doing a lot of extra with the moving. So it's time to get back, onto that. So here was the first week of February. I was tracking my steps and my weight was 266.3. So I did gain back some, but I gotta work on getting that back off. My daily reflection right here, I put tired and accomplished, and that's because I had 94 zone minutes that day, and I'm tired from all this moving. Wasn't tracking my food this week, but 4th, that was when I had 105 zone minutes. So this is this week right here, and I'm kind of getting back into it. Been tracking this, taking my vitamins. I'm doing these hair and nails vitamins, and then this protein shake that's for hair, skin, and nails. Started doing that, so I've been kind of tracking those. I did set some goals for this week, which was to go to the gym, to menu plan, hit my step goal every day, drink my shakes every day, and schedule my workouts, because I am definitely gonna go in and start the Zumba 6-week transformation and complete it. Been tracking my food so far this week. Monday I had 40 zone minutes, which is like activity minutes. Tuesday I had 53. And I put for my daily reflection Monday, I was feeling overwhelmed between work and moving, because I really have been. I've picked up extra hours and still have been working at the other house. Tuesday, I journaled that today was disappointing. I was planning to go to the gym, but my husband's friend came over. They hang up the TV to put our TV up over the fireplace. I cooked dinner for him. I didn't go to the gym. But I'm not disappointed that he came over or that the TV got put up. Wednesday, I journaled that I was thankful for the opportunity to sleep in after staying up late. Thursday, last night, I had some me time. I took a hot bath. I didn't go to the gym. Sad face. But I will be going this week because I work Friday night, which is tonight. I work overnight at the hospital from 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. So I have my gym bag out. I'm going to take it with me and throw a change of clothes in it in the car so that I can go to the gym in the morning when I get off work. I work Saturday night, tomorrow night, from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. So again, I'm going Sunday morning to the gym. So I'm at least going to get 2 days in at the gym. And as far as my goal for hitting my step count, my step goal every week, I already lost that because Wednesday, I only had about 5,000 steps, 58, 56. So that was the only day so far that I haven't made my step goal, but I haven't. So anyway, started out this year, a lot of things coming at me that weren't expected, weren't anticipated. My husband being in the hospital, having to make an unplanned move. It's been a lot of things, but it's all behind me now. He's out of the hospital. He's doing better. We're moved. I'm completely done with the other house. I just have to, finish unpacking and put things away here, but it's all here, so I have time to work on that. So now it's time to get back to working on me. I was going to do some 12-week year goals. I had a planner that I bought for that. I haven't even uncovered that in the move yet. I have my journal for my 75 hard because I wanted to start and complete 75 hard. So I have the journal for that. Have not uncovered that in the move yet, so I got to locate those. But I'm hoping to get some of that stuff taken care of this weekend so that Monday morning I can hit the ground running and get back on doing the Zumba 6-week challenge transformation, as well as get ready to get started on 75 hard and do the less meals challenge. So that is kind of an update of where I'm at. I'm really far behind on my fitness goals, about a month and a half behind. But even though, I didn't get started in January like I had planned, sometimes this happens, life happens, things happen that we don't plan for, and, we have to take the punches as they come and roll with them. And so now I'm just getting myself set up to restart. So if you've made it to the end of this video, as always, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and have a wonderful day. Bye.